We've got a general election matchup that's essentially set up. Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama. Investors want to know, what does this mean for their money?
The general sentiment is that people don't expect to change their investment plans based on the election. However, they're very opinionated about what the election will mean, bullish or bearish, for the market. Those opinions generally fall along the political lines you might expect.
What do you think those political lines we expect will be?
Well, the sentiment is generally bullish towards the market if Governor Romney, the presumed nominee, is elected, and negative towards the stock market if President Obama is reelected. And that's the expectation, I suppose, according to Republican and Democratic lines, and it doesn't always fit in with the historical results that we've seen with different administrations and different parties in the White House. And it kind of contradicts what the expectation is from investors, that they don't plan to change their plans much simply based on that election. If we look back historically, it's very, very difficult to predict how the stock market would react based on simply a presidential election.
And what about sectors inside the stock market?
Well, we've certainly seen some of the sectors that have performed very well since the last election. In particular, we've seen certain industrial areas, materials have performed very well. Energy has lagged, healthcare has lagged. That healthcare sector, although by the way, pharmaceuticals have actually outperformed the S&P 500. And Joe, if you let me put in one other area, very interesting, of course, is home building. Now, the home building sectors have really outperformed. They have really been on a tear. Will that continue? That's really a good question. And that may be a bellwether that goes along with interest rates in a sense.
The political rhetoric that will be exchanged on the campaign trail, will this cause fluctuation in the markets?
Well, as JP Morgan famously said, the market will fluctuate. And yes, I think the market certainly will react to that rhetoric as we get closer. The market will, just as we do technical analysis with formulas on the markets, the market will weigh the statements made by the candidates depending on their standing in the polls.